Hello, this is Ken Barron. I'm with the National Association of Black and White Men Together. Today I want to talk about California Latinos and their influence on Washington. The number of Latino majority districts in California has grown to 16 from 10. Although the state lost a congressional seat, the Independent Redistricting Commission's map approved last month gave Latinos more power. The 16 majority Latino districts make up nearly a third of the state's now 52 congressional seats. Can Democrats take advantage of those new districts to reduce the Republican-held seats in California delegations from the current 10? The new Latino majority districts are concentrated in the Central Valley, a former Republican stronghold that has turned purple through white and conservative-leaning corporate agricultural interests, and they continue to have more political power than the larger population of low-income Latinos who work on their farms. One of the Valley's three majority Latino districts, Republican Representative David Valadao, a longtime dairy farm owner, is the incumbent of the redrawn 22nd District. California Assemblyman Rudy Salas, he's a Democrat from Bakersfield, who labored in the fields with his father as a child, is running to flip the district. If he succeeds, that will be victory for Latinos in the Central Valley. If Democrats maintain control of the House, it will be perhaps because Latino voters came out in places like Orange County and the Central Valley. Orange County, another former GOP stronghold that is now competitive, is also a home to a new Latino majority district. But it often takes an election or two before the community is in a position to take advantage of the newly created Latino majority seats. Republicans can win these districts with low Latino turnout. A long tradition of Latino exclusion in the Central Valley, which persists today at the local level, exasperates distrust in politics. Democrats must invest in in-person, door-to-door outreach to these communities which unevenly benefited from stimulus checks, child care credits, and emergency rental assistance provided by last year's American Rescue Plan. Also, the pandemic's disproportionate toll on Latinos, so many will want to know how Democrats would prioritize their families' economic recovery, as well as healthcare and education access. Many community leaders are optimistic about the long-term consequences of redistricting, but along the southern border there will now be two congressional districts that are majority Latino. But in Imperial County, the county with the largest percentage of Latino residents in California, saw one of the largest increases in Latino support, unfortunately, for former President Donald Trump, and that was between 2016 and 2020. This promotes a conservative ideology amongst Latinos. With high employment rates and chronic neglect of the area's Latinos, this adds to the cynicism and rejection of government. However, they may be able to get away from the long history of scapegoating immigrants and finding a boogeyman in the leadership of today's people of color to focus on the day-to-day challenges that working families have. Many have to provide for multiple generations, splitting paychecks several ways for struggling parents' needs, children's college funds, and parents' retirement. They no longer may be picking crops, but as middle-income earners, that doesn't mean Latinos don't have the same issues that our cousins, our parents, and our siblings have who are in poverty confronting every single day. Whether these new districts will turn to Democrats may well depend on Latinas driving the vote in the same way that they were instrumental in defeating the recall of California Governor Gavin Newsom. Will the future of the next U.S. Congress ride on California's new districts, of which Latinos plays a central role in protecting democracy in the long run? Won't you be playing your part in protecting our values? Thank you for listening. Please subscribe to us, and you can look at our FaceTime, our Twitch, and thank you for listening, and we'll talk to you again soon.